Hello, we are pleased to announce that you can now view and manage your room allocations at the Accueil Notre-Dame. You can also allocate these rooms to your pilgrims by name. To do this, you need to connect to our platform. Click on the tab Your Visits. Then select the relevant visit by clicking the Select button. Then click on Your Accommodation. Now, you will be able to see your room allocation at the Accueil Notre-Dame. By scrolling down, either by using your mouse wheel or the vertical navigation bar on the right of the screen, you will be able to see your allocation as a whole and also by floor, as well as in detail by number of rooms and number of beds. All the yellow dots on the plans are your rooms. If you hover your mouse over the dots, you will be able to see the room number and the number of beds it contains. You can download and print your bookings by clicking the Print button. A window appears asking if you want to save or open the file. Now that you have your room allocation, you need to assign your pilgrims to their rooms. There are two ways you can do this. You can either enter them manually, one by one, or import a list by using an Excel file. Let's look at the manual method first. Click the Participants button. Then click on the plus Add Participant button. A form appears. You do not have to fill in all the fields, only the surnames and first names are obligatory. We would, however, recommend that you enter the mobile phone numbers and email addresses for security reasons. Once you have finished, click the Validate button. Your participant has been created. You can, of course, modify or delete the information at any time. Once your participant has been entered into the system, you now need to assign them a room. To do this, click the Assign button. Your participant appears on the left of the screen. To assign them a room, click on the star to the right of their name. A window appears asking you to select a room. The system specifies the number of beds available for each room. Make your selection and click on Validate. Your participant is now allocated to their room. You may, at a later date, need to change your room allocations. To do this, click on the arrow on the right that corresponds to their room. Click on the red cross on the right and your participant is unassigned and ready to be assigned to another room. If you only have a few pilgrims for your pilgrimage, this method is quick and easy. However, if you have 200 or so pilgrims on your pilgrimage, this approach would prove long and tedious. In this case, you may wish to use the Excel file import method. Do not worry, this method is not only for computer experts, everyone can use it. Still on the Assign tab, click on Download the example. A window appears asking if you want to save the file or open it. Select Open. You will see that this Excel file contains a complete breakdown of your Accueil Notre-Dame allocation, room by room and bed by bed. All you have to do is assign each of your pilgrims to a room. For example, I'm going to put Jean Dupont in one of the two beds in room 414. Then, of course, I'll put Jeanne Dupont in the other bed of room 414, and so on. When I've finished, I need to save the file to my computer. I'll call it, for example, Accueil Notre-Dame allocation, and I'll save it to my desktop on my computer and close the file. I'm back on the platform, and now I'm going to click on the Browse button to find the file that I've just created. When I've found it, I select it by clicking on it. Then I click Open at the bottom of the window. A synchronization window appears to the screen. Click Synchronize and wait a few seconds. Your pilgrims have now been assigned. You can check the contents of your allocation room by room. You can also make changes manually, as we have already seen. And you can, of course, change your allocations. Important notes for importing Excel files. First, to work, your file must have at least one person in it. When you import a new file, this new file will replace your previous selection in its entirety. Only the information contained in your new file will be loaded and stored on our platform. You may not need to re-enter all the information in this new file. If you already have this information on another Excel file, then you just need to copy-paste your requests on the file respecting, of course, the room numbers and the number of occupants per room. Finally, if you have a computer system that manages your pilgrimage, ask your IT team to complete the table automatically to save your time. We will now explain how to request your specific needs in each room. This is about letting us know the equipment you will need in each room. For example, one height adjustable bed, mobile oxygen, or other specific needs. Click on the Specific Needs button. In the same way as you assigned your pilgrims to their rooms, there are two ways to submit your requests, either manually or by importing an Excel file. If you only have a few specific needs, the manual approach will be faster. To submit your requests manually, click the Add button. On the left, choose the room concerned. On the right, select your specific needs by checking the corresponding boxes. Once you have made your choice, click on Validate. Your specific needs for this room have now been recorded and appear on the screen. If you make a mistake, click on the arrow on the right corresponding to the needs in the room concerned. You can now delete or add a specific need. Now let's look at how to submit all your needs by importing a file.
The first thing you need to do is to click on Download the example. A box appears. Click Open the file. An Excel file opens with the list of all your rooms. You see that you can request up to 10 specific needs for a single room. To select a specific need, go to the box Specific Needs 1 for room 100, for example. A box appears with an arrow on the right. Click on the arrow and your options appear. Choose your needs for this room and the box fills automatically. If you need a second piece of equipment, then move on the next box on the right and choose your second need. And so on for all your rooms. Once you have made all your selections, save the file somewhere on your computer and then return to the platform. Then click on the Browse button. Your computer's File Explorer appears. Find the file you just saved. Double-click on it. A window appears advising you that your import is ready. Click Synchronize and wait for a few seconds. If you do not see an error message, then your file has been imported and you can see the confirmation on this below. If you have already have the information on another Excel file, you just have to copy-paste your request to the file, respecting, of course, the room numbers and the descriptions of each specific needs. Finally, if you have a computer system that manages your pilgrimage, then ask your IT team to complete the table automatically, and this will save you a lot of time. All the information you have entered is kept on our system, so you do not have to complete it all at once. You are now ready to import your pilgrims onto our platform, allocate their rooms, and reserve specific needs and equipment if necessary. From the 18th of March, you will also be able to select and book your meals at the Accueil Notre-Dame. We will notify you by email when this module becomes available. We look very much forward to welcoming you very soon at the Sanctuary of Our Lady of Lourdes, and we wish you a pleasant day.